So this is a story from long ago. It's tryout day for freshman football, and the field is packed with dashing athletes. And then there's me. This is the scouting report on me as a potential high school football player. Jim O'Grady is so thin, he's basically two-dimensional. He can't block, he can't tackle, he can run really fast. That's true. When you're the emaciated wildebeest on the lawless savannah of an all-boys high school, you better run fast. So the quarterback of the team already decided it's Tom Novak. Tom Novak is four-dimensional. He's tall, built, blonde, and he's so sure you're glad to see him that sometimes he winks. Novak's parents were a pair of Greek gods who had sex on the slopes of Mount Olympus. This was my theory at the time. And then gave birth and brought the baby down unto the Athens of Westchester County, White Plains. So the reason I'm on this field at all is because the week before, Tom Novak sat down next to me on a bus, and he said, "O'Grady, I heard you're fast. Here's the deal. My ticket to college is a football scholarship. I need to start winning championships now. Why don't you come to tryouts next week? We'll see how fast you are." And you know what I said to that? Nothing. I wanted to be his friend so bad. I just went, "Yes, sir, yes." And so now I'm on the field. I'm lined up with all these guys who are trying out for wide receiver. It's my turn. Novak goes, "Hike." I just put down my head and I run as fast as I can, past the defender, and Novak effortlessly sails a 60-yard pass, perfect spiral through the air that lands like a pillow on my palms. Touchdown. And the coaches on the side are like, "That could work." So I make the team, and Novak decides to celebrate by taking me out for ice cream. We walk into the shop, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself, and I catch the eye of the girl behind the counter, and she looks at me with an expression of boredom so profound. It's like she's French. And then she turns, and there's Tom Novak. And now it's like she's seeing Jesus. And Jesus has been working out. So she puts a couple of scraps on my cone, and she piles the scoop on his cone. And we walk out, and he goes, "They really give you a lot of ice cream in this store." And I say, "Stop." And I put my cone up next to his. And I think I'm the first person in his life to ever show him these distinct realities through a visual aid. They say that when the Buddha was a young man, before he became the Buddha, he got in a carriage and rode out through the gates of his family palace just to see how people in the outside world lived. And he looked out the window and he saw a starving man by the side of the road, and it shocked him into humanity, into humility. That's what I am for Tom Novak. I'm his starving man. But here's what he does. He takes half of his ice cream and he gives it to me. And that's the surprise. The golden boy is not an asshole. He's a decent guy. So we win a lot of football games, or Novak wins them. We all just sort of help. And we're in the championship game. We're on the 50-yard line, seconds left. We need a touchdown to win this game. We're in the huddle. Novak had been sacked, crushed to the ground the play before. His arm is hanging out of the socket, but he calls a pass to me. So I get to the line, hike. I go into my route, and he sort of heaves the ball, and it's wobbling in the air between me and a defender. Some guys in high school are testosterone factories. They start shaving in the womb. That's this guy. He's a monster. I leap for the catch. He destroys me. The ball bounces away, incomplete. I stagger back to the huddle, and Novak called, last play, Novak calls a run to himself on my side of the field. The only problem with this is, for this play to work, I have to block someone. So I get to the line, and I look at who's across the guy I'm going to block, the monster. Hike, I run straight at him, and I block him as hard as I can, and he just sort of sheds me. Like I'm a nuisance. And as I'm falling, I have the idea. These are the last moments of the last organized football game I will ever play in. Unlike Novak, who will get a football scholarship to a Division I college. As I'm falling, I grab his jersey and I pull him down on top of me. Totally illegal. The ref doesn't see it. Novak rumbles around us, down the sideline, touchdown. We win. The monster is still on top of me. He leaps up and he just does this. He just wails. Totally justified. His teammates rush up, they grab him, they take him away. A couple of minutes pass, cooler heads prevail, and then the refs make him come back and apologize to me, which I graciously accept. The Buddha says the key to happiness is to cease wanting and to detach from desire. And he's right. I wanted to win so much, too much, that I cheated. And I promise you, to this day, I regret that that's what I did. But what I don't regret is wanting to be friends with Tom Novak, because it showed me he's not a god, he's just a guy. And for a guy like that to become a friend, a true friend, to a guy like me, that's enlightenment. Thank you.
Jim O'Grady, everyone.